How's it going, Nitrosites? It's me, the Nitro General here, and welcome back to another video. And for once, I am not making a Pokemon video. Today, I am going to be reviewing something else. Just talking about some other stuff. So the Nintendo Switch has been out for a few years now, and, just like with a lot of, handheld consoles, there will be a lot of games that they come out for free. Actually, I'm not sure if they brought out a lot of free games and stuff you can get on the 3DS because, to be honest, I never really used the Nintendo eShop on the 3DS. It never kind of registered to me that there might be free games here. There might be all these awesome games that you can get on the DS that they don't actually make an actual game cartridge for. It didn't register to me like that, but it did with the Switch come out. Now I have my Switch right here. I am going to be reviewing any of the free games that I have personally played on here. Now I have played almost every single one of them. There will be a few that I haven't played just because I don't like the RPG, kind of, I would say third person, but it's a little different than third person. It's like, the way Diablo and the way that a lot of those type of games play. Like, I don't really care for that too much, so I haven't really played a lot of them. But there are a lot of them that, I have played because you can't go wrong with a good free game to download. Now, most of the free games are not that big, like storage-wise. So, I have room on my Switch. But I have also had the problem of not having any room because I just buy a lot of games digitally. I prefer to have the actual game cartridge, but sometimes it's just easier just to buy it on the Switch, not have to go out to some place and actually, physically buy the actual game. So, I've had actually a lot of problems with storage. I've got an SD card. I thought 32 gigabytes would be enough. I was sadly mistaken, so I have to get a bigger one, and in that process, I'm gonna have to have like two different SD cards that I swap in and out for different games because I'm not sure how to transfer that all over to another SD card. But so we'll just see for now. But I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of the games. I'm not gonna go way too in depth about them because I don't want to make this video way too long. But that's what I also said about the last video that I made a few days ago, and that video was pretty long. And I apologize for that. But alright, so let's get right into it. So the first free game that I see on here is Get Amped Mobile. Now, I bought that one, but I didn't really play it that much. It was an okay game. To be honest, I don't even remember too much of what it is really about. So I don't even know how to describe it, but I didn't really care for it too much. I think it was very like child oriented. I feel like a lot of these free games are very child oriented. Some of them are not, don't get me wrong. Some of them are actually decent games, but there are a bunch that are very child oriented, and this is one of them. So if you're looking for games to download for your kid on the Nintendo Switch, first of all, why are you watching my video for that when you could just be going watching other people's videos? But I appreciate you if you are watching this video, if you're looking for free games for your kid. But so Get Amped Mobile is really kind of just like a child-oriented game. I didn't care for it that much, which is a reason why I do not have it installed anymore on my Switch. The next one is Zakaria Pinball. Now, I'm just going to kind of group all of the pinball free games into one part of this video. They're all alright. Now, if you really like pinball, then you probably like these games. I have like one installed on my Switch because, it can be fun if you're kind of just bored and you're just like, I wonder, just play this for a while. And it's fun. It's basically just like real pinball, and there's like, I don't know why, but there is like a ton of them. There's like a ton of free ones. I think there's like 3 or 4 free ones, and then there's a bunch you have to pay for and everything. They're not really much. They're like $2 to $3 for one of them. I don't really care for them too much. I mean, they're all right, like I said, but yeah, it's basically just like an actual pinball game. So yeah. Alright, the next one that I have on here installed is Inky Pen. Now that's not really a game per se. It's more of just like a comic kind of thing. Like you go in there and you can read comics. I don't think they have like Marvel, DC comics or anything. It's kind of just like I'll read the description for you guys. It says, yeah, all you can read comics on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it shows like Star Trek and Vikings and all of these other things on here, Transformers, but there's no there's no like Marvel or DC ones on there. I am actually going to re-download this one soon and just make sure, but I am pretty sure that there is not, just because it's just, I don't know. I feel like they'd have to get the rights for that. So, you know, but again, they did get the rights for Star Trek and stuff, so maybe there is, but they didn't show it on there. I haven't really looked way too much in it, to be honest. I used to just go in there and download all the free games and then just check them all out. And I'm pretty sure I got that one, and then I never really checked it out too much. But I did go through a little bit, and there's some on there, and they could be good, but so you'll see. So it's kind of just like a reading thing. If your kid or you are into like reading like comics or stuff, I downloaded it. I think it did say something about having to have a subscription, which might suck. I think that might be one of the reasons why I downloaded it, but yeah. So the next one on here is Gallic Z Variant S. Now it's kind of like, this game is kind of like you're a pilot of I'm saying like a lot in this video. It is currently almost 1 o'clock, and not in the morning, at night, or in the afternoon, and I have only been up for an hour, so I am still a little tired, so I apologize. But so basically it's kind of like you're a pilot of a spaceship and you're flying around through this, space world kind of thing, and there's a story to it. You can shoot different other ships that are flying around in there. I actually didn't mind this game. Now, of course, a lot of these games I do not have downloaded on there because of the space reasons, and for the sake that, if you have a lot of games on there that you actually pay, like the $60 games that you get, a lot of these free games are just not as appealing to play. But again, if you don't really have the money for any of those games and you have like one or two, then a lot of these free games are decent, and this is probably one of the more decent ones. The play style was actually really cool. It had a really nice 3D aesthetic to it. I really enjoyed the way that it flew around there, and it was kind of like, it wasn't like 2D or anything. It was nice 3D. I thought the graphics, the cartoons and stuff were pretty cool. I liked it. I really wasn't that bad. So yeah, so I suggest getting that one. The next one I'm going to be talking about is called Dawn of the Breakers, and it's an anime looking game, and basically you get to pick one anime character. There's like a ton of them, and they all have like different powers or some shit, and you get to walk around and fight demons and everything with the anime character you pick. And again, this is not a 2D game, this is a 3D game. And I had this one actually for a while, and I played it for a while because I really enjoyed the 3D. I really enjoyed the fighting aspect of it, and unfortunately I had to delete it again for storage reasons, and I hate it, but I had to, because it's just, it just sucks. But it really was a decent game. If you're into like anime stuff, I would suggest downloading it. I'm not really into anime stuff. I just thought it was a really cool play style and everything. Oh, there's a hole in my shirt. I did not see that. Well, great. So it's a decent game. I would really suggest. It's got a little bit of a story to it. I didn't play way too much of it. Like I said, I don't want to make this video way too long, so that's why I'm not going super in-depth into these games. But if you guys kind of wanted to just watch this and kind of decide if maybe any of these games are worth getting, this would be another one. This is probably my favorite free game that they've ever released on here. One of them, at least. So, yeah. So, the next game that I got is called Kitten Squad. Now, this game was fun. Now, when I first got the Switch, there wasn't a ton of free games that were on there. This one came out around the same time as Pokemon Quest came out, which I think was last summer. I think it was last summer. I mean, just a little over a year ago that it came out. And it was really fun. I remember, like, I got my like 10-year-old cousin to get it, and I'm pretty sure you can play together on the not like online, but like on the same Switch. And basically, you're a kitten and you have a little gun, and you go to like different paths and shoot different enemies, and these enemies will drop different guns, and you can pick up different guns. And there's ones that like shoot carrots, there's ones that shoot missiles, there's ones that shoot like little balls that'll bounce around the arena. Now this is 2D, it's not 3D, but it was really fun to just screw around with and just go in there and just find the different weapons and just shoot the things. I'm sure there was like a story aspect to it or something, but I never really cared. I just, you know, went around shooting things, and it was really fun. I actually really liked it. Again, I don't have it anymore, but yeah. So this next one is called Color Zen, and I actually really like this one. It's basically like there are all these different shapes and colors on the screen. I'll show you. It's like this here. I'll just kind of show you guys like this. It's like all these like color things on here. And basically what it is that you have to figure out how to clear all the shapes with getting rid of like colors. So if there's a pink surrounded by white, you have to delete the white first, but the white would delete everything else, or everything that's white on the screen. So you kind of had to strategize of what colors you had to delete first that would allow you to delete this other color until there was nothing left on the screen. And it's kind of like one of those, you know, like brain puzzle games and stuff. And I really liked it too. That was a decent game. I would really suggest getting that. I really don't know what else to say about it other than it was just kind of a fun little strategy game that really wasn't. I highly suggest getting. So yeah. Another one is Deltarune. Deltarune Chapter 1. Now, if you guys even know what Deltarune is, it's basically like a spin-off of, oh, great. I'm drawing a blank on the name, and I have the other one, too. I bought the other one. Undertale, that's what it is. Duh, Undertale. I have both of them on the Switch, and I basically, I have no idea how to describe what Deltarune is. If you don't know what Deltarune is, just go look it up on YouTube. There have been tons of people who played it. I highly suggest going to watch Jacksepticeye's playthrough of it, because he was hilarious in the playthrough of it. And it really, really made me want to get it. And I have it still. I still have it on my Switch. And it's just really fun to play through, just like Undertale was. It's made by the same people who made Undertale and everything. It's just really fun, and I highly suggest going to try it out. I mean, a lot of people don't like these kinds of games, but if you liked Undertale or you like that playstyle, I suggest getting it. I really do. So the next one is Fallout Shelter. Now, I played this game, and it's basically like, you don't have to have played Fallout to understand it, because I have never played a Fallout game in my life. I kind of want to, but at the same time, I don't really have the money, and a lot of people don't like them, and I don't know. But, I mean, they kind of seem to me like they have a Borderlands aspect, and I love Borderlands, so maybe I'll check it out sometime. But basically what it is that you have, like, this little shelter, and you can create different rooms in the shelter and get different people who will come to your shelter, and you can send them out to do different tasks, to bring back different materials, so you can expand your rooms, you can put different stuff in your rooms, and kind of like that. It was kind of like, it reminded me a little bit of Terraria in the aspect of how you can build a house, and you get different people to do different, that you can buy different stuff in. And of course, you don't buy anything from the characters in this game. It just kind of reminded me of, you know, building a bigger and bigger and bigger base and getting more people just to come in. And, you know, I don't have it anymore. I didn't really have it for long. Again, I had other games, bigger games that I would much rather have played than that. So, but it might be a good game for if I didn't have anything else, I probably would still have it and still play it. So, I mean, I would suggest getting it and trying it out if you guys like that kind of game. But, yeah. So, the next one on here is the Namco Museum, which basically has a bunch of just old, you know, like arcade-style games. Like, it's got Pac-Man and everything on it. But the downside is that you have to buy the full game in order to play anything but Miss Pac-Man. I'm pretty sure it was Miss Pac-Man. It was one Pac-Man game on there. I'm pretty sure there was like one game you could play on there without buying the full game. So it was like a free download, and if you wanted to play more than one game, you had to buy the whole thing. I never bought the whole thing, because I never really got into those games, and I knew that if I spent the money on it, then I was not actually going to play very many of the games on there. But if you guys are nostalgic for like the old Pac-Man games and the stuff in the arcade, then I would suggest getting it, and then you know, just buying the full game if you want to, after just checking out, see what they got on there. And yeah, it was pretty good. Now, the next game on here is Warframe. Now, if you guys watched my video I made a long time ago called My Top 5 Favorite Games, my 5th favorite game on that list was Warframe. And the only reason why it was Warframe was because I had downloaded Warframe like 2 days prior and I had been playing it non-stop. And that's why I loved it so much. After a couple months of playing it, I realized that I didn't love it as much. It is a dope game, don't get me wrong. It is so cool. All the characters and all the weapons and all like the things that you can get, and it's a dope 3D, you know, places, you know, you can go on different planets and stuff. But the only reason why I would suggest not getting this is because there are so many in-game purchases. Kind of like Fortnite, but the thing is that you have to buy these characters to play as, and unlike in Fortnite, these characters have different abilities and stuff that you can use. In Fortnite, they're just different skins, and that's why I hate Fortnite. But Warframe is, I just got stuck because I was spending money on it and I didn't have the money to spend on it, so I deleted it. So I didn't keep spending money on it. It was an alright game, but if you don't want to get sucked into spending money on this, then I would suggest not getting it. So the next one on here, and we were almost done. There are a couple more games I'm going to review. The next one on here is Pokemon Quest. My favorite free game on the Switch. It's so much fun. They have it on mobile too, but it's just not as fun on mobile. It's basically like a... I had a little bit of a list there. But, I'm sorry about that. It's a little bit of a kind of Minecraft-looky, kind of blocky Pokemon game. It's got all the original 151 Pokemon on there. You can go around to different places and battle Pokemon, other blocky-looking Pokemon in real time. You can just go into different lands and fight different Pokemon. Now, you're not using, like, different moves and stuff. You can even set it just auto. So your Pokemon just go through there and use, like, I think there's, like, 2 or 3 moves on every Pokemon. And they fight, and then there's a boss in every area. And once you beat the boss, then you get to go to the next area. But then you go to, like, your home place, and you can cook different stuff to attract different Pokemon to your base. And you can just keep getting Pokemon to your base and try to collect, all the Pokemon. Certain Pokemon like different scents, or food, I should say, not scent. And you can, if you get duplicates, you can just, combine them and just level them up, and then you can evolve the Pokemon and stuff. It's a really, really fun game, and I would really suggest getting it. If you're a Pokemon fan, I'm sure you'll like this game. I downloaded it, and I still have it, and I love it. I really love it. So, on to the second to last game. I'm actually going to leave this one to last because it is an amazing game. But so this next one I'm going to be talking about is Tetris 99. Now, I was really excited when they announced this because I thought it was just going to be kind of like a revamped Tetris game. And there wasn't really any actual Tetris games on the Switch, and I love Tetris. When I was younger, when I got my first phone, I had a flip phone. And I know, like, a couple of my friends had, like, touchscreen phones, but at that time, my family could only afford a flip phone, And I was really grateful for it, but one of the only games that they had on there was Tetris. And I used to play that so much. I love Tetris, and I still love Tetris. And it's basically like you're competing against all these different people to see how fast you can do it. And to me, that just defeats the whole point of Tetris. I do not like the game. I thought Tetris was like, I thought what it was going to be is, it's just like regular Tetris, just with better graphics and stuff. You can, because Tetris is always like a slow, strategizing game. But with this one, you're competing against, tons of different people, and you gotta do it fast, 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 fast. And to me, that's not what Tetris was made to be. It was made to be a slow, kind of strategic game. And I don't do good with timed things. I don't like timed games. That's why I hate, like, anything is like, oh, you have to do it within 20 seconds. And I'm like, no, I don't. My brain does not work like that. I can't think super fast. I want to be able to have time to think about my actions. So with Tetris, I mean, it just kind of sucks. With Tetris 99, it really just kind of sucks because you're competing against everybody. Now, if you're into that kind of thing, then yeah, download it. It's basically kind of like a battle royale of Tetris. You're just kind of going fast, 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 and see who can get to the top of the leaderboard and clear it faster, And I just don't really care for that, but if that's something you would like, then by all means, download it. Now, on to the last free game that I have on here that I would suggest getting is Brawlhalla. Now, basically, if you don't have Super Smash Bros., or you kind of you don't know if you'd like Super Smash Bros., or you don't have the money for Super Smash Bros., download Brawlhalla, because that is what it is it is basically Super Smash Bros. I mean, they have all these tons of characters, and they're not like from other Nintendo games. They're basically just characters from Brawlhalla, and you can pick and fight. But what they do is that they, Rayman is on there as a playable character, and that's pretty cool. But what they do is that they do skins for the characters for other things. Like right now, they're having a thing where you can get skins from, WWE as some of the characters. You can get like Triple H and Dwayne Johnson and why is everything escaping my mind today? John Cena and a girl. I don't really watch WWE, but I knew who those three was. I did not know who the girl was he played as. Now, I don't know if there's more than just those four, but you can, get those skins so you can use them. Now, they won't have any different powers because, of course, they're just skins for other characters, but they're still on there. And they have an Adventure Time one where you can get Jake and Finn, and I think that's Princess Bubblegum there, and I can't remember what Jake's wife there's name was. I mean, right there, yeah. Well, I hit the wrong button. I hit a button. That right there. There we go. So you can get all those characters as like skins. You can get Hellboy as a skin and stuff for all the characters. And of course, there are a bunch of characters you can't use unless you spend, I think it's like $20, but there are a bunch you can use, and it's just so much fun. And if you don't know if you would like Super Smash Bros., then download that, and if you like that, then you're going to like Super Smash Bros. And if you don't have the money for it, then that's basically a good substitute for it. And I still have it because it is so much fun. It's just a very Super Smash Bros.-esque game that is free, and it is a really, really good game. So, yeah. But other than that, that is all of the free games that I have downloaded and I have played. Now, there is a bunch of other ones on there that I haven't downloaded, and maybe I will sometime and then play them and then make another video for like this once there's more, because every month they're adding more free games, free services and stuff. They have the DC Universe online now that you can get, that basically you can watch different TV shows and everything on there. Of course, there will be a subscription you have to buy for that, I know, because I have it on my phone that I had because I wanted to watch that Teen Titans show that turned out to be actual crap. So yeah. So I would suggest, just going through and just checking out some of these games. If you like any of the ones that I've talked about, then just go ahead and download it. But other than that, I mean, that's all I really wanted to do in today's video, is kind of make a video going over all of the free games that I have downloaded and I have played, and just kind of reviewing them. But other than that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this commentary, I would highly suggest and I would highly appreciate a subscription. I make videos all the time as much as I can. I do a lot of Pokemon oriented videos, but every once in a while I'll do a video like this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below if you did. Again, that would be highly appreciated. Even if you don't want to subscribe, a like would be highly appreciated. Leave me a comment down below any other videos like this you want me to do. If you want me to do more in-depth review of any of these games, let me know down there. Any Pokemon idea videos, leave them down there and I will do my best to make them. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for me. If you don't want to miss another video when I release it, make sure to smash that bell button. But yeah, so I will see you in the next video, guys. Nitro General out. Peace.